Kai here with Kaitaku, and today is time for another B2 Weird review, and we are reviewing SB Divya's Machinehood. Machinehood, I am so excited to share with you guys because this was the turning point. I am now a sci-fi reader, I am now a sci-fi lover, and this is the book that did it. So Machinehood is actually set in the future. It is set during a time where basically robots and machines have become an integral part of our lives. People are able to use earrings and attachments so that they can see visuals, like we've seen in the movies where they're able to like flick the screens away and you can see all the screens in your peripheral and in your vision. And Machinehood is that world. The inside flap says, Welga Ramirez, ex-executive bodyguard and ex-special forces, is about to retire early when her client is killed in front of her. It is 2095 and people don't usually die from violence. Humanity is entirely dependent on pills that not only help them stay alive, but allow them to compete with artificial intelligence in an increasingly competitive gig economy. Daily doses protect us against designer diseases. Flow enhances focus, zips and buffs augment speed and physical strength, and juvers speed up the healing process. All that changed when the Machinehood, a new and mysterious terrorist group whose operatives seem to be part human, part machine, simultaneously attacks several major pill funders. They issue an ultimatum: stop all pill production in 1 week. Global panic ensues as supply lines get disrupted and many become ill. Thousands destroy their domestic bots in fear of an AI takeover. Determined to take down the Machinehood, Welga is pulled back into intelligence work by the government that once betrayed her. But who are the Machinehood and what do they really want? A thrilling and thought-provoking novel that asks, if we don't see machines as human, will we instead see humans as machines? So this is such a good thriller and a good sci-fi thriller. We start with Welga. It's told by 2 points of view. So we have Welga and we have Nithya. And Welga is, like I said, an executive bodyguard, ex-special forces. Like her job now is to take care of and be a bodyguard for rich people with her team. And this is a society where cameras are everywhere. So at the start, we see Welga deploy her swarm of cameras, and the cameras broadcast to the world. So if anybody is flipping through the channels, they can watch her feed. And they can see her doing her bodyguard work, and her bodyguard work is more of she's training a new person and she's telling the person, you want to get a little scuffed up because the viewers want to see that we're human and want to see us get injured, but nobody wants to see us die. So make it good for the cameras. And it's so interesting to see yes, being the bodyguard is her job, but you still want to make being a bodyguard look good and somewhat dangerous to all the people across the world who, I guess this is their YouTube. And so she also has a tip jar, so if people like what she's doing and enjoy her feed, the same way you guys like and subscribe my channel, they put into her tip jar. It's a really interesting dynamic between just how involved technology and machinery is in their daily lives, especially since she is broadcasting this live. And of course, she is in a serious relationship and her partner is also one of these bodyguards, ex-government worker like her. And there's a scene where she talks about, how they will get ready and put on the cameras for when they're having their alone time to see the tips roll in. So it's a very invasive society that everyone just seems to be okay with. And of course you can turn the cameras off. But it was very interesting to see that. And then our other point of view is Nithya. And Nithya is Welga's sister-in-law. And Nithya is, she is a scientist of sorts. She helps to create the testing for these pills, these juvers and buffs and all of these pills that humans take to make sure that they can compete with machines. And then enter Machinehood. And Machinehood, as the back flap says, is coming in. They are going after pill funders so they can stop these pill makers from making their pills so that they can get human rights or like machine rights for the machines, because the machines are basically sentient now, and stop humans from having to compete with machines and this endless cycle of the machines get smarter, so then we pump ourselves with more pills to make ourselves compete with the machines, but then we make the machines better, and then we have to make more pills. So it's really interesting. There are little blurbs before each channel. Before each of Welga's chapters that are like blurbs of the Machinehood Manifesto. And they're very interesting because, at what point is something sentient enough that it should have its own rights? Or do you, treat it like cattle? But if you treat it like cattle, we have so many animal rights activist groups who are like, these are living beings, the animals should have rights too. So it's sort of along those lines of what rights should machines have. The science was completely interesting, seeing them interact with their cameras. And then you've got Welga, because she was in the government, all of her machinery is actually imprinted into her body. Whereas like everyone else is able to take their machines on and off, the government put hers in her into her body when she was a raider and working in the military. And so seeing her like at one point in time not being able to access it for a little bit, and how weird all of a sudden it is to not constantly have technology. So it's really thought-provoking, because I think about like my phone or my Apple Watch and how my Apple Watch constantly tells me things, but like I can't think of the last time I went a day without it. Like I don't constantly check it, and I don't always have to check it, but when's the last time that I like just didn't wear it, if that makes sense. So it was really interesting to kind of see that dynamic, and especially compare it to any other movies that I've seen, like AI and any sort of movie where the machines rise up. I really enjoyed it. It was very thought-provoking. The character dynamics are real. The character dynamics are extremely complicated and complex, which makes it very human. I will say that I personally was a little underwhelmed by the ending, but I thought the ending was extremely real. Like if this were to happen in real life, that's how it would have ended, most likely. So the ending is extremely real, extremely relatable. I just wanted something, I don't know, guns a-blazing or something. I think I wanted something a little more than what we got. But all in all, I loved this book. And I cannot highly recommend it enough. I think this is like the book that will help convert people to like, oh, I guess I can read sci-fi now. So if you are one of those people who are on the fence and you're like, I don't really know if I like sci-fi, check this out. I think that you will thoroughly enjoy this one. So let me know in the comments. I have kind of been thinking recently about some of the things I would like to do. So let me know in the comments if you are enjoying these review videos, if you've actually read any of the videos that I've reviewed. So just let me know if you're enjoying these review videos. Make sure that you like, subscribe, all the standard YouTube things. And we will see you all next time. Bye. Say bye.